Hello, hello, Fambuldem. Let we drive away tribalism now. Let we end nepotism now. Let we build the only country we may you to they call Mama Salon. Dear Abeg, Fambuldem. Me na Abdul Karim Kagbo for the people that we just joining. We are the first tennis for join VOS. Dear, let we all, as I always they appeal and I don't go tire for appeal. Let we think about Salon Force and this issue where I they bring tonight. Now issue where we need for think about the country force, particularly with city. And we all know say now one of the things the place then that way tourists then can see force because we then come on Lungi Airport and plenty time they come now Freetown before they go to the provinces. So this story today, where they make a whole lot of round on social media. Yes, this is not a social media review program, but however, they talk about politics and economics. This program they focus on saloon, are based in Canada, and as I can always say, the thing where they put food on my table, where I will call my career path, the two what they do for a living, lo put on that way. They mean an economist, are based in Canada, but I definitely get salon at heart. We make every now and then, every week, let's say. Except if something really beyond my control, I come now and I want for say Boku thank you to also all the presenters then of VOS where they come and grace this platform and share with una own take, their own take in terms of how the country for go before. And one thing way before I show now the numbers them, I go encourage we all for we share because a nice for more people able for watch this program because this program, particularly this one tonight, a topic where somebody they asks Kisha say what is the topic for tonight. The topic for today we put as Freetown in Darkness. Unveiling Sierra Leone government negligence and the Edsa'S hidden deception. So the Edsa'S now we know saying that the electricity distribution and supply agency where they take care of that. So we go talk about them and link them, and I go give una a lot of other proof them we una go do una own conclusion, but clearly a point towards negligence. The government don't neglect this issue for a while. And by the way, if you want wonder, also I pull this topic directly from the Telegraph, Salon Telegraph, we say Sierra Leone government negligence plunges Freetown into darkness. Untold story of Edsa'S deception. So I just coin them in a different way, but not directly from here. So when I see the Minister of Energy, now the picture, and I will talk a little bit about him. So that's going to be the main topic for tonight. But before I delve into the main topic, I want to encourage we all for we share because the more people can participate, the better it can be. Because it's nice for we all. So remember, there's no monopoly to knowledge. Abdul Karim not get all the answer. Abdul Karim not to the most the smartest person in a salon. Absolutely not. So that's make we all need for come together and see how we can able for discuss this program for push the country issues then go before. And as I can always say again, the other programs them the presenters them then self don't they do this now we not they just talk but we they also give solution as to what we think can able for be in we own way how for resolve then challenges here or then issues here. So again, Fambule myself they share, so I go encourage you now for share. And while we they share, let I also share the numbers them and the numbers them way because again I know say make this program as interactive as possible. Last This past Sunday, as Sidom for Mr. Shilon, we yes, we get two other people, and we're versatile, and we get in fact the co-host, we now Madam Fadima, and also somebody we now regular now to that program day, we SF we will consider him as guest co-host with Mr. Jamboria. So we'll be talk about things them way we feel say now the most challenging issues then a salon, and plenty of una talk say now the economic reform, and because we get corruption, we be get economic as part of the answers, economic reform, we be get political system reform, and then we be get public trust. So I have to tell them, Boku, thank you for way they allow me for be part of them program, and that program where I enjoy. So tonight, now one of the issues then because again we will not talk about the economic issues, we get Boku link to the economic issues, and as I go play for now a video, we two videos them actually, one from the BBC Focus on Africa with something as recent as I believe today, and then another video or audio where 98.1 the Radio Democracy be put out, and then they tell you the term them we they be don't start this negotiation and the government back and forth with the car power ship we temporarily now then be they produce or provide electricity for the Freetown area. But again, for let una prove me right or wrong, if na negligence on the part of the government, we go listen to that audio day, and let we all talk about them. So again, and somebody then at the line already, but I don't know if that person they now this program it they call for, but let I read the phone lines them, and then I will pick up that call day. So caller, hold on. If I told this program, so maybe before we come, you want to be the first caller, which is absolutely great. So, but let the people away they listen from different platforms, and particularly the radio, they're able for understand the numbers that we them can call and reach we live. So if you did in North America, we now in US, Canada, and Mexico, you don't get for pay anything for call if you call with toll free number, and that number then 1-866-944-7722. So the number for call we now the toll free number now 1-866-944-7722. And if you call from UK, the local number for call now +44-208089-1455, +44-208089-1455. If you call from Australia, the local number for call now +6129098437, +6129098437 if you call from Australia. And we get a number where I can always refer to as the one pot number, and this number, it no matter whose part of the world you call this number when the WhatsApp number you go reach we, even if you now the areas them we then get dedicated phone lines, you can still use the WhatsApp number, and that number then are 1-343-997-5828, 1-343-997-5828. And Mr. Shilon can say na universal, but me not sabi that big English day, so me call our one port number. So this one port number, when the WhatsApp number, it open right away, and all the phone lines they're open, and I go take on a call right away. And again, I know say some people like you say, oh, Mr. Cargo, you need for do your analysis first before you allow the phone number calls them and stuff. But like I say no more, Mr. Kagbo not get all the answers to the thing and way go on at the country. So it's nice for let we listen to other people let we hear waiting at some of their solutions. Even if they complain about the problem, for understand the problem, not part of the solution. So while let we understand that, let we know again, we the try now as much as possible for implement policies them way or rules them way we think say a democratic, because people then can disagree with me. The only thing is the need for doing with respect. The same way, so if somebody call or somebody put a comment, me can disagree with una, but I can always do it with respect. We need to call names then like we need to disrespect people in So I want for let una know say that's not the ground rule. So before I talk about other topics then, because in addition to the main topic tonight, we get other topics then we want for talk about. Specifically, one of the topics that we want to talk about now, something we very recent, we in fact Lamrana Ba, we I will say thank you to him for we always they keep we up to date. So one of the things then we first we go talk about now about President Kuruma. So according to him, he remind people them say President Kuruma the 3 months 90-day we High Court Giam say within that time they for don't return na salon and like continue with the court case we de Panam, we Eng Panam about the attempted coup or the failed coup we be take place November 26, 2023 last year. So that's now one of the things that we are going to talk about, and I will give you now as update. We're not going to go too deep into it because we'll not get a whole lot of information, but as update, and I will give you now time for we'll talk about them a little bit. What it mean for Salon, especially the judiciary, and also this particular case where other Sierra Leoneans they accused of say the attempt for overthrow the president and the administration. So that's now one of the topics that we'll go deal with. And another topic we I believe say it all makes around our social media about the retirement of the Speaker of the Parliament, we now Dr. Abbas Bundu. We want to know if now they force them for retire or I just think no more for retire. But again, when you look the circumstance of it, it look abrupt. It look like saying bayang bayang because Allah put on plain Creole. It look bayang bayang. So that bayang bayang they we want for dig and know waiting at the cause or waiting probably a try for escape where it decide for doing bayang bayang. If now something they go on where they plan for even sack like the because I don't tell una before I don't walk una through waiting now some of the things them way can happen because Parliament, the Speaker of the House, it just happened in the US not too long ago, where the members them of Parliament then pass a vote of no confidence by the Speaker. We then do that, you don't get any choice, but for go. You don't get any way for say no, I need to go. So it depends on the people them within a Parliament. So it can possible say now this Dr. Abbas Bundu see and he decide instead of a disgrace way then go pass a vote of no confidence panam, he decide for resign or now President Bill try behind the scene force her for resign and go as retirement and say they go for medical leave. So we go touch on that, and again I want to say boku thank you to Black TV. It give we up to date information where it come to Parliament. So go play a video of from Black TV we you take and then we will discuss about that. We now the second topic we will deal with. But after which the main topic as I don't say before We're not going to delve too deep into the two topics here, the Anescoma and then the Abbas Bundu topic. The topic where we go push really, because I get beaucoup things that I want for talk to about. Now, the electricity situation, particularly in a Freetown, because Freetown, again, people like you right with and say Freetown not to the entire salon. Yes, that's true. I agree with that. However, Freetown is the capital city of the country. So the capital city is essential for let it be the first place where we for think about in terms of development and then spread that development then now across the country. And we all know the reasons again that almost all the ministries them now Freetown them base. So Freetown is very, very essential for let Freetown able function as a modern city for like the rest of the country also benefit from that. So then they will be the topic where we will concentrate heavily on. Again, the person will be there on the line. I will just want to take your call, but you hang up. So I don't know if maybe you realize, say, not to this program you they call for because you be down there at the line before we start the program. So fumble them. That's now the sort of topics them we they one of the topics them we I want to let we all talk about. So again, the lines they're open right away. So una can call and let we begin talk about the issues them we they face with country. So now let we first go to the Anescoma story. I been don't talk here before saying we get for be serious when it come to with judiciary. Let we not play hide and seek with judiciary. It's very important for the people in our power, for the one that we're not in our power. If we get confidence in the judiciary, if government try for seize advantage by you, you can able for sue them in a court and let you able get your justice. So now I make it very important for let we not take with judiciary, let play. So let I read for now Lamrana in tweet. So Lamrana Bar, and again, thank you so much, Amadou Lamrana Bar. A read say the 90-day High Court order that was granted to former President at EBK Legacy to seek medical attention out of Sierra Leone expires today. We're now the 18th April 2024. Imagine that today, the time waiting game, say if we return to the country and continue with the trial. Now today, it expire. So what will happen now in based on that? So the legal team of the former president says they have secured an enlargement of time from the High Court, and the rescheduled date for the next hearing is July 17th, 2024. So what does this mean? It means, say, according to Lamrana, the legal team of former President Koma, where I believe, say, JFK and the head of that team there, they say they're not able for apply through the court, the High Court, for let them push again the date. And now the new date, according to Lamrana, where he say the team of the legal team of former President Koma say the new date now July 17th, 2024. And it conclude for say the former President Koma, who was charged with alleged treason and his involvement in the November 26th attempted coup, is still in Abuja, Nigeria. So that's now the update with Lamrana Gi and a show with former President Koma. But given this update from Bulem, I want to hear from Una, what do Una think? Remember, do not do the application ahead of time, we according to Lamrana, because clear say they be doing way ahead of time. Otherwise, I believe say them for we don't come out or maybe tell a reporter and say, okay, well, they don't ask for extension and the courts don't grant them extension and all that. But for like, it happened now twice. The first time where it happened, where an school supposed for go court and plenty issue, and they're even late for say, oh, let them postpone them and all that, and then postpone them, and then the second time now, look what happened. Say, well, the very time, the last time again, the very day where it's supposed for go court, the council, where the head of the legal team, it can late, and they not tap deal. It say let the court postpone the trial because in clients began medical issue. So this one in me from waiting I read from Lamrana on a wait till the last minute. So today, the day where it's supposed for appear. To me, I feel saying an utter disrespect of with judiciary. And this they show how much people are not respect with judiciary. JFK, I remember one time somebody even pounced on him where he try for criticize the Guinean authority, the Guinean military regime there, where then try for do something, reshuffle in cabinet, and also try for stop people from traveling, seize, freeze their account, and all that thing. And they, a parenta, they say, oh, not to democracy, then they, Guinea not supposed for do and all that stuff, then they. But again, people rightfully say, well, this JFK guy, Naina be the Attorney General and Minister of Justice at that time, where Ernest Koroma sack a Vice President Sam Ansuwana. So waiting at the derive at here now is people them not for a thing say then go get on two ways. Where is it suits them, then feel say, oh, if for work, then where suit them. Sorry, where suit them, then feel so then able for manipulate the system, and the way suit them, then complain and say, oh, the judiciary weak, do not trust the judiciary and stuff. But their attitude here, this kind of thing way, particularly on Anescoma in case, where the legal counsel and combined with the judiciary they do, it clearly, in my opinion, they undermine the judiciary, their strength. Because with this one, how the last minute, and this is not something where it come to you surprise, then give you 90 days. So you supposed for even no update, not to just the court, but the public, because this now case where the public get interest in. When me feel say una for don't even bring onto the public notice like a PR, a press release. Say, well, because of continuous health issue, former President Koroma still they take treatment and you know go able for attend the hearing and all that. But you wait last minute is similar to the last time. So it's very clear. Say if na court will be independent, where people believe say you know get play. They not for do that. The legal counsel no say enough for be do that. Unless if in fact na emergency and that emergency they safe a get for be justified. But also something where you go say, oh, the person is in Nigeria. For common Nigeria go salon, let me take the first call. VOS network, hello caller, waiting on your name and who say they call we from, please. What's up, go ahead, please.
The Mao keep telling her what you know for Yeri. You see, we have to stop talking in Sierra Leone. I think it will help with Mr. Cabo. You know why we need to stop talking?
No,
We
help
have
with
been
Mr.
talking so much that I think a lot of thinking they pass we by we will not understand. Sierra Leone's problem are simple and they are right in front of us, but we have stopped thinking. So we not see the solutions. Instead, we continue with the problems. We are talking the problem, not talking the solutions. First and foremost, 60% of the problem we Sierra Leone gets now because we they run that country like secret society. There is no transparency in governance. Secondly, our governance system is reactive, not proactive. The government not if look at a problem and make policies for say, let we solve this once and for all. It's always about halfway solutions. This electricity problem for don't solve long ago. There has been several surveys funded by international institutions, some done by CMAT, some done by other institutions. It is proven that Sierra Leone has over 40 sites to which there can be mini hydroelectric plants like you have at Bankasoka, Potloko. Then damn them, they know they cost much for construct, especially if we train people and locally, we go able to make them people where they make the I call them working, they repair their alternator for motoka. You train them, you train welders and other people, get qualified engineers, and can make some of them here locally get them up and running. This was how China started. If we get hydroelectric plants, mini hydroelectric plants, and a national grid, the problem will be solved. That money that they spend on that ship per annum, it can build 2 mini hydro dam every year. But the point about Sierra Leone is we don't solve problems. We solve our ego. One, two, we look where to put money in our pockets. That's why poverty is always in that place. Sierra Leone has the potential of becoming the richest country in Africa, but everything is done badly. We need to begin to sit down and think about that map, what they see what they call Sierra Leone, what it mean, because a lot of people seem not to know what Sierra Leone mean. Now that make we don't polarize the country, without they call one side men, the other side Timney, without they call one side APC, other side SLPP. We have to begin to think, otherwise time will beat us. And when time beat we generations yet unborn, then go blame we. And go blame we like how some of we they blame we forefathers for participating in slave trade. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Well said. And Fambulem, now one of the voices them, now VOS with wisdom. Thank you so much, Mr. Jamboya. And Fambulem, again, the phone lines they're open. Mr. Jamboya talk about the idol and also the power. I will come to that because that's not the main topic. But I want to deal first with this an Escoma issue. And as I did say before, Fambulem, we did talk about the judiciary, APC of all, now them after where they did it for a while, they're not able to strengthen the judicial system, and where they're not did it now, then they cry say the judiciary no do not trust the judiciary. And in my opinion, this where I see so for like the legal counsel or the legal team of Anescoma go court last minute and say, oh, for reschedule and all that. To me, now one of the areas then that or ways them we over the years then people are na power, or then people are we feel say they get so much power, or that country then are the personal property, continue for the undermine the effectiveness of the judiciary. So my appeal now is, and in fact, it look like say whether the judiciary want them or not, it not will come. So, and again, then they push to the effectiveness of the judiciary. Fambulem, that's not the update on Anescoma, where me, in my opinion, again, I no go take light of a medical issue and all that. Then they speak another volume, say if Anescoma will be in a power, if we don't do well from check-in time or more, and let's say Albert Magai because now be civilian. So all the civilian governments, them, if they be don't do well for that health care system, the health system of that country, this excuse, and obviously people and for likely buy them. But instead not take care of the country, and that continue they happen so. We again on Sunday we be talk about Beleoman way then puts na amok because of complication. Hospital no be there, outside and day. They end up for go all the way na the other district. So that's the tell we how terrible we healthcare system they in a saloon. So imagine people in the ala an Escoma, a world best, and now Mother Biona the best president we saloon don't get. But yet, that basic necessity of health care in ordinary salon. Because otherwise, I sure say the judiciary be supposed for decline on the request for they left the country for go seek medical attention. So all that are part of the issues of salon. So let me move now to the next topic, Fambulem, and this topic now about the Speaker of the House, because it still be Speaker, even though it say it no go continue for let it allow other person, but officially in time for retire or for resign now effective April 30th. So the next story now about the Speaker. So President Bill don't accept a retirement, and I get a lot of issue with this whole dynamics. The president then like all over the place. And guess what? We suppose forget what they call separation of power. So la old me thought, let I play an audio or video from Black TV. Let we listen in, and then I will come back and talk more about this whole situation. Because to me, I don't know really. Like for the president is sending resignation to the president and stuff like that, and then the president gets so much influence on a branch we're supposed to be co-equal, like the parliament supposed to be co-equal with the executive branch. So I'm not able to understand. And the same thing again, where the president appoint person for replace temporarily. According to the press release, the Chief Justice say the one way the permanent Chief Justice way na Babatunde Edwards go on leave. So the president na in way the constitution again na mandate the na in appoint somebody like a temporary person. So una they see usai with problem na self-inflicted something. For like all this they happen, why is structure that way they really fumble them? And I will listen to Black TV. To me, it's sort of troubling though. the way how Black TV put say some MPs then go to the president and the president self not be happy because him be want and for like Abbas Bundu now for be remove Honorable Mohammed Bangura in name and seriously. But how we listen, Salone, plenty of them here where they happen, the corruption and all that. Now we self bring them upon we self. Because of them here, just like how Mr. Jamboria talk as well, the transparency and that situation about Anes Kuruma and all that, the court not transparent. And also, then self the legal counsel they're not transparent for like we know exactly what they go on with Annex Coma because not public interest. But let I play this video, let we listen in, and I will come right back for giving my own take on this Abbas Bundu resignation. Not to say I care about Abbas Bundu. To me, in my opinion, are one of the corrupt people in the country. So for like a resign or retire, now welcome news to me. But I always care about the process because the process they help strengthen their institutions here. So now that make they bring up the story, not to the fact say a resign or a retire, but now the fact say the process by which this whole thing happened, a kind of troubling. Let we listen in. I will come right back after this. Una stay tuned, no go nowhere.
Not a secret again, say the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Dr. Abbas Chernobundu, don't finally give up and resign as Speaker of the Salon Parliament. And this information come to the public inside one press release from State House. We say the President, Julius Maada Bio, don't accept the resignation letter of the Speaker of Parliament. Officially, State House reports say that on medical grounds, the Speaker we don't hold almost 8 years, they resign as way for retire and go rest. But the big question at the lip of plenty people now, if that's not the real reason we make the Speaker give up in position, same way plenty people don't expect him say if we left in position as the number 3 man in the country in governance. First of all, Honorable Dr. Abbas Chernobundu first be Speaker of Parliament after the 2018 election, and he been served in complete term of 5 years, although plenty drama been played at the Salon Parliament during in term from the opposition and the ruling bench them. The Speaker of Parliament been fortunate for get second chance for be Speaker again, although some rumor them been the past say some SLPP faction or been one time for be Speaker again. Other rumor them back been say the Speaker been get only 2 to 2.5 years for serve inside in second term as Speaker before he go resign, but that not been confirmed and same way so it not been clear as to the reason why. So for see the Speaker pack in bag and left office, same way people not been expect this way go make plenty people believe say more day to this issue than waiting State House don't say. You remember say this BNTM, the Clerk of Parliament Parantarawali serve sack letter them to over 100 Parliament workman them, where this will make them lost their job na Parliament. During this term, the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Dr. Abbas Chernobundu, pulled aid from this issue as he said it not been order for make the Clerk of Parliament sack them workman them yeah. In fact, he said the Clerk of Parliament not been informed about this decision. This been bring chamot na Parliament, more so na the ruling bench as people notice say one word not in a Parliament leadership and self the ruling SLPP leadership with the Speaker of Parliament supposed for lead. So this been make some SLPP MP them not glad with the Speaker of Parliament because them consider them as one we don't put them participant shame and self sell them bad na public. And in order to say it, we one member of Parliament from the opposition, Honorable Mohammed Bangura, accused the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Dr. Abbas Chernobundu, say the Speaker pulled a name from the Salon ECOWAS delegation list. This come although according to some source them, the President, Julius Maada Bio, been want to make Honorable Mohammed Bangura a name deep on the Salon ECOWAS Parliament list. According to some source them, this make the president not been glad with the Speaker of Parliament, and self some SLPP MP them believe say the Speaker look challenge the president in decision for make Honorable Mohamed Bangura in named inside the ECOWAS Parliament list. After all this, according to reliable source them, the President Julius Marabio called SLPP MP them na State House inside one meeting Tuesday, April 15. And just after this meeting, the public see press release from State House say the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Dr. Abbas Chernobundu, don't resign for retire on medical grounds. Now, what will be the next big step of the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Dr. Abbas Chernobundu, as he don't resign, and this resignation will take effect by April 30, and that could be the person we most qualify for replace the Speaker. Now the two big question them for the next days them for come. For Salon Parliament Eye on Blah TV Online, Mina Abdullah Blah.
All right, Fambulem Onadoyeri, the story about the Speaker of the House, and like I tell una no more, me no get much regard for Abbas Bundu at all, to be honest with una, and not to disrespect, but looking at in history, several times they don't accuse him of corruption. They accuse him of corruption under Momo in time. During Momo in time, they accuse him of corruption. During NPRC, they accuse him of corruption. Kaba in government accuse him of corruption. So again, look what happened. Me and Una now we don't follow social media 2018, where not to SLPPB win the majority, the people of Sierra Leone. Yes, to me, I don't get no doubt President Bill be win the 2018 election. The second term, I don't get no doubt. And it be deserved for be president by the vote where the people then cast. But it also clear say the people them give APC the majority in parliament. So maybe they want for let we see how the two parties then go come together, negotiate for rule the country in the interest of every Salon person. But what didn't happen? I strongly believe say now in advice the government, President Bill, and the Abbas Bundu, a Fenway with the party, try for manipulate, to try say they manipulate the whole system. When a day we see the beginning of President Bill in failure. That manipulate where they manipulate forcefully the election parliament, where I be don't tell una before, where they be do and say, oh, now the people are no more, the parliamentarians no more, we present now the house, now them for vote, now they're entitled for vote and stuff. I tell una clearly, una go back and listen to that, una watch that me video there. I make it clear, I say according to the Constitution, every elected member of parliament for the house, even before they swore them in. Now, one of few terms than that, we then can vote without being sworn in. But what did they do? They manipulate the whole thing. They say, oh, because of court case and stuff, they don't even prevent them for go and do that in the. So, and we then do them, they kind of omit, then pull out the people in way they don't pull out of the parliament well, the well of parliament. But me fumble them, you see the funniest thing, the thing we then do in 2018, where for convince the people them, where they're supposed for do take similar approach this 2023, but what did they do? They not do that because they feel say then get the number now, the majority na parliament, so then go by the constitution. Not to the height of corruption, that's the same Abbas Bundu. And it there na the well of parliament. With them they kind of do all the shenanigans here. If they in one corner, before they call her now and say, oh, they elect you or re-elect you. So they make them go process by process. And it take, if I remember correctly, about 6 times did they vote before then finally say, okay, well, let it be simple majority. When are 50+1 for like they elect the speaker. If I'm them, I know why they bring on attention to this, particularly with brothers and sisters, then we think say if them party na in their power, anything with that party they do, na a good. Then they add for undermine the institutions them of that country they fumble them. So it's very clear. The same Abbas Bundu. So the troubling thing where I hear from Bla in audio, Abbas Bundu do something regarding Mohamed Bangura, where clearly I believe say why the president go advocate on his behalf, not because of quote and unquote, them feel say it be stand with them during the time where APC be say then they go na parliament, then they take part. So now something like now say, okay, well, let we continue for reward them because it be there on we side. And that's one of the things then that way to me a very troubling for President Bill again. Now based on the report, me fumble them. I don't get no discussion, no underground, no background or underground information. This now based on waiting Blah TV say. Okay. But you look at the sequence of event according to Blah TV. On the 15th, the day before he resigned, the president called the MPs them na State House. The SLBP MPs them and talk to them. And again, according to Blah TV, he expressed dissatisfaction for where Abbas Bundu no include or where he pull Bangura, Honorable Mohamed Bangura, a name from the list of the people and we for go represent we na the ECOWAS Parliament. So me fumble them. Understand the sequence there. And then, according to Blah TV, you get shamelessly, MPs them, where say the Speaker of the House want challenge the presidency authority. What a shame. For let them think say, waiting in do if he see say need a convince say Honorable Mohamed Bangura not deserving for be part of that team there, and then una take him say now challenge the speaker, challenge the president in the authority. What a shame. So we brothers and sisters that way they represent the people in parliament. So it clearly they show say they don't even know their role as parliamentarians. For like they utter the nonsense words then they say the speaker want challenge the presidency authority. Also authority where the president get for determine who that go there per committee or particular project. Whose authority where President Bill get over that? Where when they say the speaker challenge the presidency authority. And then when they talk about ongoing, oh, we need reform. Then NTR still they happen. So now tell me how una feel say genuinely them people here, President Bill want democratic reforms. Let me take a call and I will come right back for continue with that. VOS Network. Hello caller, what's your name and who say they call we from, please?
And the same answer from Norway.
Oh, all right, thank you very much, sir. What's your admission
Not,
on take?
not yet, but who that a challenge you that, you know? I think it's better we tell the people of Sierra Leone that there is no constitution anymore. We have a dictatorship that is ruling by mandate or decree.
Decree, exactly. Exactly.
Because in as much as the head of state is the supreme office, separations of power not get right for interfere with parliamentary procedures. Secondly, as I say in my first call we make, we don't stop for thinking na Sierra Leone. Because now we face them. If one man they do all them here, they go scot-free, that means the country ready for make it do them. People should stop talking on social media. If you cannot tell Julius Madabio that what is you are doing is wrong, officially in parliament or in the judiciary, then don't fund people to talk on social media. Let us keep quiet and allow the process to continue. The Madabio do what he want to do. Because that act na ultra waris of empowers. There are separation of powers in Sierra Leone. This they make the world they look we funny. They talk say we get education. People should stop talking about education. Education is not titles. It's an ability for you to think critically and understand men and your environment. Now, hypocrisy, now don't too much power in a salon. Everybody don't become a hypocrite because they want to save their skin. There is no skin to save. You'll die there with hunger and poverty. Wait no more. Una not get that you are the savior and life. Una not try for begin face the truth. Where there is no truth, there is no trust. And where there is no trust, nothing works. Like Abbas Bundu, he just feel like when they say man right play, the play they begin with the conflict, you reach the climax. If you don't reach the climax, now the day no more the camper. So like he like facing karma. And of course, another thing what this they indicate, we will not they look at. It tell we say Sierra Leone is going towards an implosion, a state of implosion. And the implosion is coming from the very ruling party in power. Why do they have to go and say Abbas Bundu they challenge the power of the president? We're not a president for determining that in the why?
Exactly. Exactly. That's
They
mind
tell you
boggling.
say with the approach implosion, intellectual implosion. And you know where they pan religion because some of who don't turn kafir. You know they pan religion, the religious books then tell you say, if you don't respect knowledge, then God not there with you. Knowledge is lost in Sierra Leone. That country need prayers for make knowledge can they back, let God in presence steady. Honestly, things that happen in that country, they ask yourself, what is going on? What is wrong with us? We need for wake up. We need for wake up in our head. We dey sleep in our head in that country. All man they talk when he camp and can they want let God show. If God does not have business with people who don't think, at the end and they say.
As always, thank you very, very much for your submission, sir. And 100% I agree with you. Because again, I don't tell people them, I don't give them several reasons why me not to fan of Abbas Bundu very clearly. And una way they follow me, una don't know that. Say me not a fan of Abbas Bundu. But however, we they talk about reforms. And we still that tripartite where they go on, all now about political reforms. And if indeed we they talk about political reforms, and here we they and still they undermine the very constitution where we feel say not written well. So the laws them the thing them where the constitution say, like how Mr. Jamboria say, we get separation of powers. Not that particular constitution there. But yet, this now MPs them. The people that were in fact for say no, President Bill, you power not reach there. Now then they go and say the speaker when are co-equal with the president. And I don't tell now say, as a matter of fact, the parliament, if you look in a literal sense, parliament get more power than the president according to the constitution. You know why? Because President Bill, other than the powers the way they take with the constitutional game, and not get the power for remove any MP. But guess what? The MPs then get the constitutional power for remove them with a 2/3 majority. So now see, so if me able pull you from your position, but you not able pull me from your position, would I get more power? It's very clear. The same way, so parliament they able for pull a judicial person like a judge through impeachment, pass a vote of no confidence. Then just need a 2/3 majority. And I be there explain to now. Say the constitution give parliament the right for even if them pass something, they want pass something, then get the vote way required for pass a particular law or bill for become law. Then he still able pass them without President Bio's signature. As long as they get a 2/3 majority. But guess what? President Bio not go just pass any kind of law. Because even with the state of emergency, it gets limit to waiting it can pass. And Parliament can even say no to that. Then just need a 2/3 majority in the pass. And if it do them, again, like I tell you now, then can able pass one, then can all for contempt, and that can trigger a vote of no confidence, and then can impeach her. So una see, and with all the powers then they, where the constitution give parliament, boy, how disgraceful. I don't know if it may be because of some people and add up, or they not simply just understand, say the constitution favor them. So me fumble them, when I see some of the things them way they bother me at times, can disappoint me in terms of we people them where they rule we in that country there. And then we same one they say, oh, Salon democratic, the government democratic, and the father of democracy. That democratic principle this for let you president the pressure. You call party people them, party members them, and then try for house the speaker, able, and then the same party people agree. Let we take example. Yes, the United States, they're not perfect, but let we take example. The people them now they CSF the members of parliament or Congress. Now they CSF remove the former speaker. Kevin McCarthy. And they say self pull am. And right now they threaten say if the one way they not do waiting, they say they go do. They're not the kind of say, oh, because of the party position. No. The reason we make them get mind for they do that because them believe say they're only answerable to the people them where elect them. But in Salon case, no, we parliamentarians do not answerable to the people that we elect them. Of course, whether you elect them or not, Corner until we say, what's the president want for let you win, you go win. And that Corner on display on June 2023, June 24th, 2023. Because as I tell you now, the maths do not add up. Some of them not get the so-called 11% we required. But because of bogus math and also corrupt practices, they get seat. All that day, I don't tell you now, say it's disgraceful. It's really shameful for letting things happen in that country day. So with all this, we suppose for the bedrock for attract investors them. We they do this, we they undermine the constitution. We suppose for protect everybody, and we suppose for all the people them in power to account. The constitution, I no more go do that, because when you trample on the constitution, we suppose forget people that we go defend the constitution, and in fact, now that then sign for, now that then take the oath for, saying then go defend the constitution of Sierra Leone, including the president. But rather, to them that oath day, not just mere words. That's something way meaningful to them. It mean anything. So me fumble them, now they go tap in terms of the Abbas Bundu resignation. Like I say, I don't care, but the man, because na corrupt man, and not get no business for the now we system, we political system. But again, na Sierra Leonean, and again cookishly, then put him there. Why Abbas Bundu if he be want for be Speaker of the House? Why he not run for parliamentary seat? Why? Because he knows that the people they're not going to elect him. So instead he pass back though. You know, as much as I kind of feel bad, but this still will happen so. Because to me, like I say, it's not about the individual. It's about the institution. What thing it go do to we institutions. So una tell me, una feel say, with this way then do Abbas Bundu so, assuming to say Black TV get it right. So the person we get for calm day and not go be President Bill in puppet? Definitely. Because it go use this for threatening that person there. So if you don't make the thing away at the Senate Parliament pass, you go they out of job. So now they still say they go with this. The danger behind this Abbas Bundu situation. And that similar concern they are be re-echo where I see that press release say Babatunde they go for leave. And then the president don't put a replacement. Have you comment about that? Because if the president get that power the way the constitution or give him, so it's very clear, say it go use blackmailing tactics for like the possibility they put the bid for him. And we don't see him severally. And look what happened to the head of the PPRC, where PPRC now then be supposed for regulate political parties them and stuff. That head, APC then go with several issues. The other opposition parties then go with several issues. Even Claudius Cole then disqualify him. It go na court not bring up in case. So after all said and done, President Bill award to me now that I go see him. Now that way I see him. He award the head of the PPRC at the time a position. Somebody will not even get experience. He not even be a judge. He go put him as high at that level there. So another case another thing will happen again. We all know that lawyer we the President Bill put the head for investigate that August 10th incident. Where every Sierra Leonean be say, yes, let them investigate, let we know what thing go wrong and stuff like that. Safa Abdullah, then be Adam. So now it don't give executive position. So now see, all that they undermine democracy in that country, because it's very clear. So where President Bill ask you for do something, you go say yes if you're not a selfish person, because you know for sure, say in the end, it go reward you with position. And then what's going to happen now with the exercise where they look at, say, let it be a balanced report. So we go able for learn from that. Let the country go before. But no, they put people them we go do in bidding. And feel say, oh, President Bill sabi politics, una they praise him. But guess what? Now the country they undermine. The country they undermine. The democratic process that's they undermine. So I go stop Naya on this story about Abbas Bundu. Like I say, I want to make it very clear. This talk where I talk, not in defense of Abbas Bundu. I talk in defense of we institution. See, the president no gets no business for interfere like that in parliament. For like he influence who that go be speaker or not. It's supposed to allow the process for take place. And I fear with all the terrible policies that we President Bill don't enact, and all the terrible contracts them where President Bill they sign. If Parliament not get the autonomy, the freedom for check them in the interest of the country, and I think Usai Salon they go. Let me take a call. VS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name and who they call we from, please?
Mr. Tagbo, how are you, sir?
I did do well, sir. Thank you very much for your call. And what's your take on the program tonight, sir?
I'm signing a call from Maryland.
Hello, brother.
Yes, I just listened to this Abbas Bundu business. But we're going to forget one thing straight, say, waiting President Bill they do so right now on the constitution they follow. Because we're not forgetting the 1991 constitution we get in a saloon after the Civil War, which is Kabakam. Shakaba, the first person he appoint, that be Justice Cowan, Tyrone Cowan. We lost the election, sorry, we SLB come out now, and it's Komakam, he appoint Abel Bankole Strong, not really strong, like saying he appoint him. 2013, for the strength you up, now is a puller man, they go put politician when that SB Dumbuya because person be judges, then or whatever they appoint. But I forget judicial background like a judge. But like the first politician with them get that SS Dumbuya, SB Dumbuya self, something like that. Unless I Dumbuya last name. The constitution, we Salon get give the president extraordinary power. Because be one party and they make that constitution. If it's not be able to release the whole power. Then you release it after 30 years, they still continue back. So they make sure to the president. Now make all the stories they happen. So if not the wrong thing president do they do. If the opposition for the alarm. They say on constitutional, but they keep quiet. They let we they talk. They know the constitution. Because that constitution lawyers and they say what the president will do. Now they appoint the speaker. You know, what are we so we said they undergo problem anyway ourselves. In America, because the Republic has a distinct speaker now. So then they don't get used to that. So if Abbas to come, the only thing I'm glad for, because maybe like something like how other parties then decide na be them political wrangling between them now you bit and cause because it's in a call in a corruption they say the demand be time for cover say you know him because whether they pull the money, whether they step aside for step aside. No because no fet and they good for the democracy. Let the process play. But that constitution, the waiting president bill, you know, do not illegal. At the right to do so. At the constitution, we APC right. Doing so under APC, with the APC is in the right under Abdullah Conte. We never have to do that particular constitution. And you make and it's command agree change them. I don't really say, Madam, you go change them. Tijanka Bano change them because it's good for the president. Like academic of them. That's all for put. Nobody know what change that constitution. The non-president. If I come for the light side, now what for the light side, sir? That electricity, sir, I don't believe stays alone. That the solution is here right now because the average salon the mindset will not ready for pay light bill. But two will not ready for pay a salon, light bill and water bill. Despite the see people that they cut wire, they waiting and call. But light bill now one of the most expensive thing in the Western world. Electricity, you know, is America safe there or Western world. The nuclear facilities, the nuclear power station they get for generate electricity, not like their power ship and fuel that they use. The West, very expensive. Salon and the mindset to know the popular light, not the popular water bill. The light to the salon. It's light to the salon. Not going to be able to pay that power ship right now. Because it's very expensive to call it. We might have you come it. And I know go subsidize. Because with the IMF we don't get a condition say you for remove subsidy. Because in the APC time, the government will subsidize for fuel. For them, the government is subsidized. But for me, IMF condition until 1999, the lift that subsidy. This is enough for go.
All right. Well, dear, call we back. Cannot be just one for interrupt you. But not to all power way presidents build they enact the constitution game. Then I disagree with you completely.
So
I will give several examples. No, it's wrong. The constitution again, not to something way tough English. No. And that's make
therefore amend them. If they not amend them, like the constitution get power.
Anyway, let call back because American constitutions are not perfect. So the constitution as is, if we be adhere to them, we not forbid this kind of situation. But because we not adhere to the...
That's the way in the constitution they do right now.
No, I don't... My brother, I guess several examples they will give were not true. But anyway, let me take another call. But that's not true.
We want constitutional lawyer. We somebody who understand the constitution, make analyze this thing, but the APC not go do them. They don't connect it because they right.
I don't need for being constitutional lawyer. You can read the constitution. Again, in terms of the interpretation, you bring constitutional lawyer safe. Yes, na your legal opinion. But guess what?
Mr. Fkagbo, 2000 and Aneskoma, I appoint Abel Strong. Justin Kawan, we be this constitution. SLPP be appoint them. Tijan Kabawe come. At the system, that's what the constitution say.
Yeah, but
the president for appoint.
Yeah, but you they miss the point. I know.
Okay.
I not tell you say no for a point. You they miss the point. Anyway, let me take another call. The calls the pile up. Call me back. Thank you very much, sir.
I'll call back.
Okay. VS Network. Hello, caller. Waiting your name and who said you call me from, please.
Now because of this last speaker, I make a call back. Otherwise, I will call again.
All right, go ahead, sir.
I think they misinform the public. People them for cross-check them facts before then they make calls and talk na them media. He's doing a lot of misinformation with what they talk. The president does not appoint a speaker. The speaker is elected by members of parliament.
Exactly.
And anybody where they elect, nobody no get right for sack and pass the court of law. So even this termination of Abbas Bundo service is illegal. And another talk out of talk. I've been part of the Peter Lorenzo Tucker Constitution Commission, where they say Abdullah Conte did not write a constitution. When the international community say we forgot to multi-party, President Joseph Saidu Momo appointed a commission, and the head of that commission was Dr. Peter Lorenzo Tucker, the elder brother of late Mrs. Kaba. And that commission, they been get representation of all key stakeholders in Sierra Leone, including the trade unions. I sit at that commission 1 or 2 terms representing the teachers union, because by then I was the vice president of the teachers union. I can enjoy Salon people loud and they talk boku body. With constitution not get much fault. Now we mentality get fault. Salon man, if they see white, he turn and black. You see black, he turn and white. Because we get dishonesty in we. And the more we educated, the more dishonest we they become. That's why our constitution has always had problems. Everybody, they tell you, I know how to interpret it best. You are not qualified to interpret it. But the first point about interpretation of any legal instruments are the semantics. And would that be English? Like me, I teach English 13 years. I know the English language. I can read any sentence I'm able to interpret them properly. We do a lot of misinterpretation and misinformation. And that they undermine trust now with society. As I said before, and that trust will they undermine, now they lead to all the polarization, ethnicity, partisan divisions, etc. It's better some of us keep quiet now and allow people who understand to talk. It's better. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jamboree, as always. Let me take another call. VS Network, hello, caller. What's your name? Caller now for reduce the that you said. Yes.
Thank you very much. Yeah, Mr. Kabu. Being Ahmed, I call from UK.
Hello, brother Ahmed. Thank you very much for your call. And what you take on the program tonight, sir?
Yes, I just come into the program and listen to you, brother. You know, brother Alusa, or I don't know, you know, I know several times once you come on the program, because it's like you engage him too much and he has time to talk too much on your program. Because when, of course, the Martin that they don't see eye to eye. And when Mr. Shidon and they make the review on Sundays, he doesn't call. But anytime you come, you know, he like to engage you in talking. And I love that. Anyway, you give him the audience and that calmness of you. That's so special of you. So
Thank
sometimes I admire the patience you have. Anyway, thank you very much for that. You see,
thank you.
Will not for be too partisan. Because this guy, each time he comes, he bring an eskuruma. And this is my brother, Mr. Kabu. They take your time for analyze, for educate people, and for more to see reasons. Wow, for shy away from partisan, from regional. We could talk about the points, then the issues then at hand today. And that's an expression of the brothers they are. We could forget about Neskruma now, where they exile. Madam, you promised me so many things then now. Let's turn around. Look at these young guys in Senegal. Look at this old man in Liberia, what they are doing now. They are moving forward, changing the contract of all the French people, waiting and we don't do for make the now then come for benefit their own country now. Yesterday, I just look at they arrest some drugs, some counterfeit money from Casamance region. Already that region are part of Senegal. You see, they come for crack down things. Because that area, they now hub of drugs from Bissau to Casamance, they, you know, because they all get border with Gambia and stuff. But then they know what they think of. I want to agree with Mr. Jamboria. The constitution, Mr. Kagbo, is not too bad. Look at Madabi now sacking the Speaker of the House. And look what the constitution tell we. Say, every 10 years, we must hold a census. Census shall, Madabi come and say we for go to midterm census. Well, you know, even the constitution, where he breach the constitution. You remove 10 parliamentarians. Instead of you making a referendum, you install people for your own party by force. Look at the Election Act 2022, where the reformer now. This is the only election when I see now only connect for announced election in the results. Fair enough. But before this past election, the people they comment, radio, then they come inputs and they talk. This time, no, it nullify all of that. Just because they want for rogue the people of Sierra Leone. They will sit down with all of that. When people don't condemn, say the election not credible, not fair, not transparent, they will accept Madabio. Mr. Kagbo, I'm telling you this now. The revolution we get for breaking our Freetown after the tripartite committee, this time is a straightforward revolution. We're not going to go after people for go cut their hand, burn their hose. No, these are the people who commit the crime this time around. Now they will go after, and we'll make sure say then face the law, so that we wipe that off. We don't want for going to fight it again, but we got to go through the law so that we change the trajectory. But we not sit down like dumb people. Then people are not to say them better pass we all born as Sierra Leone. We all get right. Why would we allow them for rule we this way? When you not right? No. If Marabio win the election proper, why not? We get national union. He get right. All of them people are national unions. We not dispute the fact, but the right thing must be done, so that they expect say what we brought in the can't talk and then program here. We could see things. Look at what happens. Look at us alone dark. Lights no day. Then people they buy lights and they pay. Where the money? The car power ship will never fund, they never pay them. What the people the money when they pay? Because not to say the light and they give them more for go read the meter, you go pay. People they buy the meter, then buy light, then chop her up. Where the chop up where they buy now? Who said the money they go? And these are some people then condemn.
I go kind of the main topic. I go talk about that. And thank you very much, Brother Ahmed.
Thank you very much, brother.
Yeah, about that revolution and stuff. And not clear to me whose approach I intend for take. But we don't want any.
No, it on the pipeline. With the time we go update every Sierra Leoneans now the diaspora. And when the people no, it not gonna be a violence mood. Provided it depend how the people get for acceptor, because people are there on the ground they suffer. Now we they fight for the sufferers, the people away they suffer. Now make it public and not to me no more. Everybody today na the diaspora will mean good for Sierra Leone. Me and you want for go back Sierra Leone, some of you get investment today. More could flourish, the little get more go share with brothers them. For more they say feel say we don't care about today people in the exile for nothing. We don't want that. Why you for money for the in country where they need them born because of politics or because our region is common? No, you know what happens so.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, well, please turn the volume down.
Yeah, don't turn it down.
Okay. Thank you so much for we call and waiting you take on the program tonight, sir.
Me, you don't take. I don't listen me because you say kapu sense not kapu word. My question to Mr. Jallo Jamboya and you, the moderator, and the caller them. We don't say the constitution not to get the problem. And this way, Marabio they do so, we go say don't do overmark, but not to at the force. Since we constitution, since the Tijan Kabao, the Aneskroma or Teto now, the same thing they happen. Either they give the president power for bridge the constitution and do what he want to do. Because for me, with my own common sense, when me not go to school, I feel say the judiciary get a big role for play than even the parliament. But they're not able to step up for any government who don't get at that country day. So if they talk, just like when they talk, say poverty and other things, I've been on time I say all we politicians, they all them poor. Nobody not there without politics we go able bring any revenue. They know they do business. I'm so sorry for we. I mean they cry. I mean before me left that country they cry. The foreigner they don't be the citizens. Who when a foreigner, who when a citizen don't turn foreign another country, wait to make us say so. The foreigner then they enjoy past we were born at the country. We forefathers them that hatred we be known they take today now they go with. And would they mention other country them? And the color and they talk every second, every minute. Salona partism we grow up with way non chronic. Where then they don't make it don't be a so foot way doctor self no go men. So me waiting me they say Mr. Jalo Jambo I can listen am a well educated in a way I can get much from, but we constitution need for get some amendment because there are a lot of loophole. You mentioned Femi, that lady just now. Why then disqualify before election? If we constitution strengthen, the judiciary strengthen, why all that thing and therefore happen? So me are they asking a question. Because we always they say waiting are the way forward. Because with the talk no more, this talk no go do nothing. For me, we go for pray to God every day and fast. Let God change the entire politician them and send the godly one way go can't change the country because na social parties them na ended and poverty. So nothing no they when change. Matter be don't overdo that's all. For me, I believe say the judiciary get boku role for play because they don't let we down from the one. Not to when Mother Bio come. They give the president power. Every president will come, he get much power than the parliament and the judiciary. So when he come, they only under in Kofa. So I go call back.
All right. Thank you very much, as always. Thank you. Well, Fambulele, we go to the topic of the night, the main topic. And before that, though, I just want to quickly read some comments them. And Kisha, thank you very much for joining in. And okay, you said check your inbox. I already did research on the transportation department. Thank you. I saw that. Thank you very much for sharing. I just shared it with 7 Group. Thank you. And James Kamara, thank you very much. And you say, good evening, Mr. Kagbo. This government and the judiciary are very deceptive and dishonest to the people of Sierra Leone. There is bankruptcy in the truth. And you continue for say, the plan of the BO regime was to keep the former POSL, Dr. E.B. Kurma, going to court till thy kingdom come, even though they know he's not guilty of anything. He will never show up in court, period. Well, and I agree with you. Look like say that's not the case. They go to that point. Isata Dumbuya, thank you very much for where you join. And say caller, this is not about APC or SLBB, it's about Sierra Leone. Absolutely. Thank you very much, Isata Dumbuya, for that. And Amadou K, say caller, please make sure you are there to lead it, okay? And just joined, good evening, sir. Sylvans Conte, thank you so much for we on our all done joining. So let me go to the main topic of tonight. We about the electricity. So that topic they are bring come up because for the most part we don't see what's in the happen at Salon, Freetown particularly. So let us share with una first within Lamrana bar right, and then I will go through. I will play 2 videos. Them we go able for give we an update as to how we can able to answer this question. And by the way, I will post as part of a polling question. Say, do you believe the Sierra Leone government should be held accountable for the power outages in Freetown? So I will give una that if una feel say the parliament, the government with all the government responsible for the power shortage where we see now, or we forget either somebody else for all responsible for that. So let we know. But while I did do that, I go again make it clear to say this not all about SLPP, APC. I know say I don't say this several times, but unfortunately people are still they into APC, SLPP. But to me, we need to think about the country, and that make let we pay particular attention to this particular issue where we they can highlight so. But first, like I say, la read Lamrana Ba a tweet, and then we can able get a better understanding of this tweet. So Lamrana Ba say the United States International Development Finance Corporation (DFC) board has approved 292 million in debt financing to develop, construct, and operate approximately 105 megawatts of thermal plant in Sierra Leone, which was originally approved in 2021 for an amount of up to 217 million. What did that mean? In 2021, this particular body, this corporation, we don't approve the same project. But now then decide for add to that money where they be approved. And I go read for another thing where go clearly show why and the detail of it. And another thing where I go try for read, but after we don't play the videos. Now for we able to understand if this thermal plant, if not something way, because when I remember forget the electricity na one thing, for let be affordable na another thing. But I will talk about that. So I'm gonna conclude by saying, continue by saying, in June 2021, U.S. Embassy in Freetown announced that the Western Area Power Generation project sponsored by Melali Energy and TCQ Power Limited will generate and sell electricity to the Electricity Distribution and Supply Authority. So that's Edsa'S under a 20-year purchase program or purchase agreement. So it actually conclude by saying this, which sort of they show how much Salon or Freetown in dark. It conclude by saying, while we sleep in dark tonight, we are still hoping that things will get better, with good news of private sector investments like these in the energy sector. And he then say, but we they beg for God or Allah on a try negotiate with car power ship force. So the car power ship, now another thing we definitely will talk about, and we will play a video for Leona get a better understanding of the current situation of the country. And this is not a tweet where the U.S. Embassy tweet. Very pleased to share that the U.S. government through DFC Gov will be investing 292 million to support private companies to build and operate a 103.5 megawatt power plant through the Western Area Power Generation Project. Private sector initiatives like this are the solution to Salon's energy needs. So this now according to the embassy na Freetown. So, but for let una get a better understanding and for answer the question whether or not the government neglect the people of Salon, na negligence for let we reach here, let we first play a Focus on Africa interview, and then we go follow that. We go play after that something will be done now all audio, but irrelevant for let we get a sense as to how we get here. So let we play this one and then we'll come right back after this.
Welcome back to Focus on Africa. Now, several cities in Sierra Leone have been experiencing power shortages for several weeks now. Understandably, the situation has disrupted daily life. Many Sierra Leoneans have vented their frustrations on social media. The Turkish power company, which supplies most of the country's power, Contractor, has limited the amount of energy it provides. It claims that the government has unpaid bills totaling $48 million. Contractor serves at least 6 other African states, including Ghana, the Gambia, and Mozambique. Although access to electricity has increased in sub-Saharan African countries, more than half of the region's populace has no grid connection, and that's according to the United Nations. Mutala Mohammed Kamara is a journalist based in Freetown and told me more.
The situation is terrible. Half of this city, a population of less than 2 million, have experienced a permanent blackout. Since Monday, there is no electricity in Freetown. At homes, in the offices, businesses are struggling to stay up, to stay in operation. People are dropping in to those electronic shops to get those generators to power on their equipment. Is really, really difficult. So businesses are struggling. Restaurants, hotel, offices, even for myself, in my office, the last 4 days, I am used to walking in my car, from the power generated, from my car, to charge my phones and my laptops. Sometimes I have to, go to restaurants, buy food, to be able to, power on my laptop, and my phone. So the situation right now in Freetown is really, really terrible.
What about in other areas like Kenema or Bo? Is the situation the same, or do people living in other areas have some power that they can be able to use?
Well, interestingly, we have different power sources, across Sierra Leone. Elsewhere in Bo and Kenema, they have a different power source. Their source is from Ivory Coast. And the situation there is better because my family lives in Kenema. And we always complain, about electricity outages. Even as of yesterday, she said in Kenema they are experiencing, blackout, but it is not as it is, in the capital here, Freetown. And they are getting, few hours of electricity, almost on a daily basis. The problem is not just about generating, electricity. Experts are saying that there is enough, to supply the whole of this city on a 24-hour basis. But there has been this issue of payments, between the electricity distribution company, the EGTC, and also the Turkish local partnership. So there are some disagreements, in terms of, monies they owe, the Turkish car partnership. So, what our finding is that the Turkish car partnership has decided, to scale down, what they are providing, to residents, here in Freetown.
What's been the government's response? I mean, people have not had power for about 4 days now.
The authority that is responsible, for the distribution of, power, the Ministry of Energy, through the EGTC, that is distributing electricity, they are saying, according to them, the problem is has to do with some faults. They are not. The whole thing is not clear. They are not coming out, plain, to explain to the people of Freetown what is really happening. But on the other hand, the Turkish car partnership are saying that the government owes some money. They need to make their payments, before we provide electricity, to them. Even on a normal, day, it is difficult, for residents, Freetown to experience 12 hours, uninterrupted electricity anywhere, in Freetown. So this is not something new. And government, is yet to come out, to explain what makes the whole thing really frustrating, is that we are not seeing an immediate solution on how to fix this problem. It's just a merry-go-round. On one hand, whenever we experience something like this, the EGTC will just say, it's a fault, we'll try and fix it. So there is no immediate, solution on how to fix, the electricity situation.
All right, Fambulem, another area, the BBC report and the journalist with the interview It make it clear, say for about 4 days continuously no light, and most of Freetown. I go play for an audio where we don't they go make round. I think since last year, where or early this year, where this power ship issue continue for go come up. So me fumble and the thing where I want for really let we think through. On a member, I think it was Sunday, and Matilda be play 'em as well. The statement by the First Lady, where as I tell Una no more, me not can talk too much about in comments then, but this one, because it talk about the problem then at the country, and even though in say we for blame on quote and unquote, he call them big brother, that's not the foreign entities them. But look at this one. Not to say the power not available, because the power ship is capable for serve the entire Freetown even. But what think can happen now? That means management, the money for pay this power ship, where Edsa'S they buy power from the ship and then distribute them, and then collect money and pay, and then buy more and distribute them. Then they supposed to be a very smooth process. But Edsa'S, somebody be done at one point talk say the government or Edsa'S. So una still side the problem begin. So this government with all the money, in addition to the revenue where they raise, the money where they pour in that country, they still owe for like we able get light in the city. And imagine the same government they talk about like that sardine project, say they want for like the sardine salon made in salon sardine for gain so much market share, for even be the dominant supplier of sardine. On a still side they go with this. So if you want for like salon, waiting they produce na salon, it be the dominant supplier na the world, you get for be competitive. And if you not get electricity, then people and they get for buy fuel for lights then generator and stuff. It's very expensive. So if you don't get that stable and affordable electricity, how you go able for empower then company then they for compete with company them where then they na the other country where get light probably 24/7. So from the get-go, forgetting first about the other materials them we get for factor into the cost, but even as to me I go say now something where now a given at this time 2024, the 21st century, accompanying problem not for be again power generation. No. If they worry now about how you go able for pay the bills, how you go able for reduce costs, now there are other areas them, so you plan to go continue for the operate. But if something where other countries them take for granted and say no power supply, not for be anything again, we accompanying for worry about. But Salon, we they struggle with that. So, Fambulen, before I come to this particular investment where this U.S. corporation don't approve, because we need for talk about waiting na the alternative. Whose kind plant did they try for invest or sponsor, and waiting go happen, how it go solve the problem. I go come with all that analysis there. let una self understand, say yes, they try for help for let we get let's say reliable power supply. But the question now is, it will be affordable? Because if you get power and you're not able to pay for them, it almost means the same thing as when you don't get power. Yes, some people then will say, well, it's just expensive, but at least like day. So who that get money go get the option. But the same way you go talk about now. So the people that will get money, then can buy fuel and buy generator, fuel arm, and then get light. But the lights, they affect the poor person. We're not able to afford for if they're able to buy generator self, but they're not able to afford for they continuously buy fuel for putting out in generator so then go get light. So it boiled down back to the affordability aspect of this whole solution kind of driven thing. So, but for let una able understand, for una we don't listen to this, my apologies. But again, it's nice for let we listen to them back, let we jog with memories them. So for the one that we not listen to them, let we all listen to them together, and then let we see, because the reason we make I feel say this particular audio is very, very good for let we listen to. It give the sequence, like the days them, the different promises and all that, and that make we put on clear as the title, saying the government negligence. And of course, the distribution and supply authority, when Edsa'S, then then get bokutin them way, then they tell people instead, then continue for the lie. Oh, now this fault, now that fault, they way not to the true. I don't know if then they scared, say the government go label them as they pull the government in name or something like that. So instead, then they lie per people them and try for deceive people them. But few people them now social media, particularly X, we in a former Twitter, they write some things then way I feel bad. Some of them say they cannot buy the meter, they cannot pay for light, then top up. But yet light no day. And if the top up say for 1 month, let's say for example, after that 1 month day, whether light come or not, you top up the expire. If I'm una see what two people and they go through. Una see what two people and they go through. So the country triangle, some person there, if even he get job, the money where they pay him not that better. And this person out of that small money they, a pull some, a buy a meter, in top up for let it go get light. And you where they sell the top up, you not provide light for them. And yet you say that person in top up they expire. And the government didn't say anything about it. If not them place here, government go intervene right there. Because now waiting we call gouging. But what it happen? We government silent. So let us play this audio and then I will come right back for conclude and set the stage with this particular, I explained to now, this particular US investment, what it will mean for the country and how it will help Salone, if at all it will help Salone. So I will come right back after this. Una not go no way. And again, for the people that will just join we, I go encourage you now for let una share. But again, I will come after this. Una stay tuned.
The local representative for car powership na Salone don confirm say the head office na Turkey don take painful but necessary decision for make them reduce the electricity supply to the country main grid from 65 megawatts to 5 megawatts because government fail for meet payment obligation to the company. Inside November 2023, the Minister of Finance, Sheku Fantamari Bangura, promised to make substantial payment to car powership for make them go keep for supply the people them light. That promise they they say they not been fulfill am at all. Inside December 2023, Mr. Bangura repeating commitment for pay car power ship before the end of the year. That commitment stay again, then say they not fulfill am again. Between the 1st January and the 13th February 2024, the finance minister be make plenty commitments for make them pay car power ship where they no agree for do. This don't lead to the decision by the management of car power ship for make them reduce their electricity supply from 65 megawatts to 5 megawatts. The talkman for car power ship na Freetown tell Global Times say last night them being don't tell the government say then they totally shut down by midnight last night, but then decide for maintain 5 megawatt supply because of security and humanitarian consideration. The 5 megawatts then go use them mainly for essential services. Recently, the government of Salon, through the Bank of Salon, be announced same then don't sell treasury bills and bonds wey amount to 350 billion all loans so that they go able for raise fund for pay government contractors and suppliers. Plenty government contractors they also be don raise concern say they still no receive single cent as payment from the Ministry of Finance. Somebody from the Ministry of Finance be also tell Global Times say then they mobilize fund for make them able pay government contractors.
All right, fumble them on I don't get the story. So it's very clear the finance ministry or minister say then go take care of them since November of 2023. They do nothing. And this year again, early this year, they do nothing. And I remember I be do a program where I make it clear, say the energy minister say, oh well, Salon Freetown go into complete darkness because then they find alternative and they work with the car power ship, then go reach agreement and all that. It not happen. And according to the previous video, 4 days now, a whole capital city. And not because of like them place here, you will say on a weather condition, the storm, a knock cables then down, so then they try for restore. We can understand. Say if na modern nature na storm, but that's na money. And na them people here, the party supporters them, they defend and say na the best leaders then Salon don't ever get. Let me fumble them. This na the capital city. Not get light for 4 days. 4 days. And the light will be they safe. Like how the person say, you know, they don't ever get 12 hours continuous light. So it come, it go, come, it go. But then the people will be still manage. But now no light at all. That small where they come and go, nothing for 4 days. And then una tell me say the country day na the right track. With all this way they happen, Salon day na the right track, ebo. So na conscience go. We they talk about attracting foreign investors. The city. So the foreign investors, where they come, we don't know how they're able for generate power for operate them businesses. With the government safe at one point, we get reports say you building safe no get lights, they don't take then cut lights by them. You building we get majority of the government ministries them. So whose definition una get for this kind of thing? Whose way una go able for assess them, if not to incompetence? Because this, I think they don't pass more than neglect. Yes, the neglect now during the time where they negotiate with the ship. And I remind you now, remember the same power ship where President Bill just take power. And they even celebrate them. They say they don't renegotiate for a better price. So because the ship will go, the same thing again where with a reminder on a VOS. The same power ship before the elections, there be Freetown be they get light almost 24/7 uninterrupted. Guess what? Under Anescoma, the reason now because it want fool the electoral, the people for vote, let them go vote APC. Not so for the country, for say, oh well, we're able to sustain electricity. No. So immediately where APC lost power, where President Bill in administration came in, the power ship said it left. But yet, people and still they say, oh, under Anescoma, thinks the power ship or lights be there and stuff. But una think. Una really think me family. So now arrangements that way we for write home about. Now arrangements that way we for praise Anescoma. Ebo and me government na continuity. Where you walk, you sustain that development there. The other person come, it take the baton and continue. Not to go back. And if that happened, this power ship, then go back and renegotiate. Because according to this administration, they say the price where under Anescoma, the price where Salon be they pay is not sustainable. So they celebrate, oh, the power ship don't agree for LEC, they're able to pay lower, and now that amount they pay, it go able to sustain Salon electricity, and it go able to allow them for continue for use the power supply where they come from this ship. What happened to that? Una don't renegotiate. Good renegotiation. And una say the amount where una don't renegotiate, that amount there it will be affordable. But yet, with the sooner they engage in frivolous spending that way not necessary. Una they use the country money, taxpayers' money, una they spend them on something where not get any direct benefit to the people of Sierra Leone, but una safe. Una they try for make lane for way maybe una go come on a power and try for maybe get international jobs. Hey, me fambulem. Now we politicians then they wire. Very incompetent, in addition of saying they neglect the people of Salon. Let's take one last call and then I will conclude by going through this investment where the US corporation don't approve, and I will tell you now what it mean for Salon going forward. I will come right back after this call, and this will be the last call. The one that we still in at the line, there are my apologies, but I don't want to overstretch the program tonight. VOS Network, hello caller, what's your name and who side you call from, please?
Mr. Kagbo, this is Alusain again.
Hello, brother Alusain. Thank you very much for your call, and what's your take on whatever subject?
I just want to address this man briefly. What's your name? Ahmed Wiki the call. Where I don't know if you say within the call about talk about election and for Koita and how the country now the worst government. I don't call now and do everything. I say I know the call Saturday and Sunday because I'm busy at the work. I want to address Mr. Jamboria again because I listen to the program and I'm not very knowledgeable, but sometimes some information they give you for be careful, especially on the platform. And I want to hold on where he say and it's come the sack the vice president and so on. You know that particular because supreme power. It's a big question. I think supreme power you get to say according to the constitution gets supreme power. That's what you talk.
I
Don't
don't remember that. I don't
Okay.
think she mean
They
to
talk and say it's Sakam. You go ask them. They say it's Sakam because the constitution gave the supreme power. That's what you talk. Supreme power. That's exactly what it is. A few weeks ago. So recently, he talked for say that MCC score self was Salando win. Na carrots and sticks, sometimes Mother Bio go last for 6 months. Sometimes that's what it does go like a then careless talk no more. I don't know what you mean that they can, but then it's a very unprofessional for the platform.
All right, it go fine because they now it go find where you listen to them thing and they call to them program then they so you go.
Okay, what are let's contribute for the light now. Light, as I said before, light electricity generation now Africa right now a problem. If South Africa says with this one are one of the most powerful country now Africa or Nigeria, we get oil. They get power blackout. They get they call a rolling blackout right now. Now Africa. Ghana said they get rolling blackout. Nigeria said they get rolling blackout. Now few countries in Africa said they get that thing. But I don't know why this thing they affect Freetown more because I know say Kenema get light, 24-hour light. Go get 24-hour light. The other side they get 24-hour light.
Actually, not to 24-hour lights. Yes, they get regular, but according to the guy with BBC interview, not to 24-hour because it speaks to that. But they get more lights than Freetown, clearly.
What I talk to somebody say they say light not to them Poland and Kenema, they tell me.
Yeah, they get more lights than Freetown. Yes. But not to 24
Freetown, I tell you, sir, Freetown, the thief book could be for the legs. Anyway, it no matter who's particular power, that thief light is there. Because what you do, but they can't even the thief light now, can't even, because I tell people, so they talk nothing. Well, McKinney, as APC the power, they thief light now, McKinney, nobody will talk nothing. Everything. But now, Freetown are strong, and I say APC strong, so they make this alarm now. Everything they call, but I tell you one thing, sir. The lights and Salomon, they will not decree or pay light bill. They use AC. Most of them are big man. Edsa'S they will connect to the hosting. That direct line. They no go to the meter self. They go down. They go. Oh, meter. Don't buy top of meter. Where you go check? They get direct current from the line. They get particular switch where they burn the AC. So the government they get money, enough money for pay. Not me. Sometimes they pay $90 for light. Sometimes they pay $400 a month. Where the summer don't sit down, where are they using the AC? They pay, I don't pay for something a month. But Salona, that is not possible. Somebody pay plenty money. So even the hotel they get short. Because if the government not pay, then you will be so. And then they pay. If government not subsidize, then in the day, it's not possible. When I make Nigeria, would they lift that subsidy? For petrol, waiting a call for them petrol for them light business. I make Nigeria and I make the people that be rebellious behind them. Because blackout in Nigeria, they South Africa and Arabia upset. So me are surprised that anyway, a good news for this alone now they don't realize what they get blackout because they say they don't get 4 days the alarm. We tell me this is alone. Before I left 89 that they go free to light not be this. Light not be normal since for say light not be dinner alone. One time be there. They say that Kaba Tiger, all man they call. Kaba Tiger. Me say that only they can solve stuff. Because now the way the APC the campaign said they can't change all things. Kaba Tiger, which in the days, it bring light. And a brilliant point to bring cancel. Where APC left, light go off. And it's supposed to be continuity. But then the IMF will put condition it for let and it's come to subsidize the light, then the day. For sometimes we Africa overcome on a brilliant point to bring cancel, sir. The way you between the color analyzer. I don't know. It's supposed to be continuity. But as one particular power pop, like blackout don't come. That's not supposed to be. All right, if I reach here, sir.
Yeah, and thank you very much. You make a point, say government self need a pay. So that's not the problem right there. Government self need a pay. So if government not pay Edsa'S, so I wonder, I will say it will be the last call, but let me take one last call. And thank you so much for your call, sir. VOS Network, hello caller, waiting a name and where you call from, please.
Yes, Mr. Kagbo. I call from Washington, D.C.
Thank you so much, sir, for calling. Yeah, go ahead, please.
I listened to the interview. The caller, the talk say, the blackouts na 4 days, not to 24 hours. I know for believe that because we get family, then a Freetown, and then they give reports of how things they go, and then they go updates. Even the province, blackout city, Bo Kenema, where they get lights today, 24 hours. McKinney, they get blackouts right now. It's a national issue, not to
sure.
Freetown no more.
Yeah, make that correct.
Mr. Kabo, waiting they cause this thing. Now the government are who for blame. The government then too wicked to the people. How you go first tell somebody from a person pay, then the person need to get the service where the person they pay for. Instead of the people who forfeit for the masses, people like the CSOs, civil societies, and some lawyers them, sober-minded lawyers them, who foresee say this thing advantage because they happen at the Western world. We see say inside Guinea, when a junta government, just because people suffer blackouts 2 days, 3 days, then come on our streets, then on streets, the guy Mamadou is sack the minister streets who responsible for electricity. The same thing happened na this Magufuli country. What's the country name himself? Tanzania. The same thing, the Mami do the same thing. Why make Madabio the Sidom? This guy, yeah, with the I will tell your name again. This guy with the we put as minister of this energy. They always bring can disgrace to him and the government is still maintain this guy. One time assistant go count this guy as one of the best minister. This is provocation to the people. Where is our civil societies? Where is our lawyers them reasonable for saying advantage and disease by the salon people? The last time we see one CSO, Edmond Abuba, I think I named down we take the mobile company court say the mobile company they breach their contract when they sign for give service to the people. We see how the government step in and make sure they put the guy who carry the case go to court. Now they put some police, they put some cell. For other guy keep quiet, stay to today. So the government not just care. They not just care about the people. Blackouts, they go every day, my brother. May this guy not can talk what he talks, he try for mix something a little bit cold for make because if he decide Freetown, say if he talk too harsh, they go after him. But the situation, the light business and salon inside Freetown, not funny. And the government is responsible.
Yeah, well, the guy make it clear, say 4 days, complete 4 days.
It don't pass. It don't pass. Me, somebody tell me say 2 weeks. Somebody tell me say 2 weeks. Today, I won't know, man. I will get forward in text to you. He said 2 weeks they not get light.
Wow.
2 weeks. So this is serious, and at the government, government are responsible because the government the people and they pay. The people they pay Edsa'S, then they buy top up. Edsa'S are supposed for pay the car powership, but they not pay. And how they control Edsa'S, not to the government. So this is the problem. They don't have people enough for protest. The people come for protest, then take them police them and send them for people them. And see that lawlessness. You know for talk for your rights and see that lawlessness. You know for stand up for your rights and see that lawlessness. So this is a situation very sad.
Very sad situation.
May God help you. And may God bless you, brother.
And let we not quiet. Let we make a known to them say salon no go develop by this way. Thank you very much, brother. Yeah, God bless. All right. Again, I know see other people entire for call, and let this be the last call because I need for wrap them up. So fambul them, let us show una something way. Just for Leona get a better understanding of this whole arrangement in terms of this the approval of the debt financing, because I debt to Fambulem, I want to know that. So I do a write-up. So I read for now waiting me notes where I get and the research where I do before the program. So I will get a better understanding waiting this mean. So I go read them slowly. US boosts Sierra Leone's power capacity with 292 million investment in thermal energy project. I want to underline that word, the thermal. That's not the type energy. The United States International Development Finance Corporation, DFC, has increased its commitment to Sierra Leone's energy sector with an approval of 292 million in debt financing to develop, construct, and operate approximately 105 megawatts of thermal power plants. So this similar to within Lamwana be right. So according to the audio we be hearing, the power ship be the give up to 65 megawatts around that. So if this investment give we up to 105 megawatts, so it means it will even supply more than within the power ship be the supply. So in that regard, in a very good thing. Now, this updated commitment and an increase from the previous approved amount of 217 million in 2021 supports the Western Area Power Generation Project. I'm going to be all right, all that. The project, a collaboration between Milele Energy and TCQ Power Limited, aims to generate and sell electricity to Sierra Leone's Electricity Distribution and Supply Authority, Edsa'S, under a 20-year purchase agreement. And again, Lamana writes about that. So, but the pathway I want for let una pay particular attention, now there I want for bring now. So, in terms of the origin and all that. So, originally, the project was set to create about 83 megawatt power plant. This plant is part of a broader effort to boost Sierra Leone's electricity generation capacity, significantly addressing a critical infrastructure need in a country where only small fraction of the population currently has reliable access to electricity. The project is anticipated, and again, this now another thing where we need to understand. The project is anticipated to fulfill about 24% of the country's projected electricity demand, thus making a significant impact on the nation's energy independence and economic development. So I go to the DFC website, Political Sierra Leone Dede, and Sweet Salon also, then get that information there. So, but the point is where we, let people not misunderstand, say, oh, this project where US they sponsor, so now 100% light go come around across the country. No. So they make them very clear now, say now only 24% of the country, but I believe say most of Freetown we will get. So it continue for say the note where I put together, say the initiative also includes plans to transition from initial fuels like liquefied petrol gas, LPG, to more sustainable options such as liquefied natural gas, LNG in the future, aligning with the broader environmental goals. So what does this mean? This not to something where you go say now the end product. This now thing where you go say they make a force and then take time now for change to a type of light system where it will be more environmentally friendly, because now the other thing that we get for talk about saying this thermal energy kind of supply, how sustainable it will be, because again we all know say that environmental issue and all that stuff then they so for now definitely that's not just like a short time something. So the final paragraph before I go to one question we be the ponder, and I believe say Bokofuna get for ask that question they say this thermal plant, how affordable it be or how effective it be, and I will answer that question there because myself be the ponder over that question there, and I'll be dig for answer, and I will share the answer where I able for fan with una. So the last part say the DFC's financing is conditional, and the other thing that where I'm once less saloon people understand is conditional upon Sierra Leone implementing certain legislative reforms. Again, then tie on with some reforms. And part of the reforms, including the enactment of legislation for the New York Convention on the recognition and enforcement of foreign arbitrary awards. And I should say, if people are digging, then we will know what that means. But not only the reform include this, but the condition. This financing, it come with some conditions. And on no certain conditions here, then keep they ask Salon for like they implement reforms. But yet we they play politics. And that politics they cause trouble for the country, had more hardship for the country. So it continue for say then which Sierra Leone has okay, let me read that whole sentence there again. The DFC's financing is conditional upon Sierra Leone implementing certain legislative reforms, including the enactment of legislation for the New York Convention on the recognition and enforcement of foreign arbitral awards, which Sierra Leone has ratified but needs to fully implement in law. The power plant is expected to be commissioned by the fourth quarter of 2024. So Ustem then go bring this, Ustem then go start this, by the end of this year, which is not far. If they start that will be very good. So that means maybe sometime next year we will get sustainable light. But this now the side where I want for share with una fambul them. I ask the question: is thermal energy more cost effective than other alternative sources of energy? The answer is the cost effectiveness of thermal energy compared to other alternative sources of energy depends on several factors, with plenty other things them. You get different factors them based on advantage and disadvantages, but we go see if the advantages them outweigh the disadvantages there in this case, including the type of thermal power, the availability of fuel, environmental regulations, and local economic conditions. And other conditions here we need for consider. So the first way I sort of put together and say, okay, well, let's look at it. The fuel availability and cost. We know say the fuel are one of the biggest costs that in the country. So if this thermal now fuel it is use, so it beg the question now, if even we don't get this light system, sustainable light, that's where we they continue, where we they go through now, not able for pay that car power ship. You know, would mean the same thing that we get all the plants, they function and everything, but for operator now, because we get for buy fuel and all that, and they for operate this plant, we still not go able for afford them. So if we're not able for pay for run a power ship, and they don't bring something back where we need for spend money for operate, significant money because the fuel, and I go show now, as we go along, the reason we make this fuel kind of attachment to the operation of this thermal, it gets a question mark. Thermal energy plants typically run on coal, and we know say yes, coal in a saloon, but it's not dirty energy that one day. Natural gas, I don't remember say saloon get natural gas or oil. So then three things then they, so natural gas or oil. In regions where these fuels are abundant and cheap, thermal power can be economically advantageous. However, fluctuating fuel prices can make thermal energy cost volatile. And that's not the one thing way I want for let people to understand. Like some people then go begin gladdy, Freetown get for can get light because America, an American corporation don't approve over 200 million for then come do this thermal plant and all that. But this not the thing we want to understand. That particular plant day, you dey run with fuel, you dey run with coal. And we know now say coal, it get for cause boku coal and it get for dirty the air. So then they self get for bring health issue and stuff like that. So we not get let we pull coal because sometimes, but again, the tick them and all that we then get for cut for get then coal here. But the alternative, natural gas, salon no rich in natural gas and oil. We don't get oil, so except to then say yes, oil that don't see oil somewhere, but it go take time for low begin benefit. So because of the NTR we will not get, yes, I'm glad for you say we get a thermal energy plant, but the cost for them it will be so high that maybe not to the right approach that. I want to think about that. Then the second point where I be come through capital and operational costs. Like I be telling you, thermal power plants generally have higher operational and maintenance costs compared to renewable energy sources like wind and solar. The initial capital outlay for building thermal power plants is also significant, though it can be lower than some renewable installations like nuclear plants and stuff. But we know not to nuclear thing when they think about now nuclear supply. But when you compare like that wind or solar, this is very expensive. But it's a getting advantage, and I will come to that. But that's what I'm telling you about the environment. We only talk about climate change and all that. So we don't go to coal, where you go to pollute the air and make Boku people sick. So the environmental regulations, stricter emissions standard can increase cost for thermal power plants as they may require additional technology to control pollution. So this is another thing. If we say, okay, well, let we put that kind of money there, and remember, not of free money, now debt get for put by then company and in addition to that, then company and they get for one for profit. So all that factor into it. So if they say, okay, well, they want for transition to a kind of cleaner sort of energy, it will be very expensive. So that's not another thing again for consider. So the other thing we for consider is the efficiency and technology part. Advances in technology can improve the efficiency of thermal plants and potentially reduce cost. For example, combined cycle gas turbines are more efficient than traditional steam turbines and can lower the cost per unit of electricity generated. This is kind of a little bit technical, but it's doable, except that we forget that advanced technology will go help reduce the cost. So the question is, whose side that extra money will come out? for put together advanced technology for make this plant where they try for build so it be cost effective. So the fifth point where I'll be sort of able for research, let me compare this thermal to renewables. I don't know why we not do renewables, but instead they spend money on this thermal. So let me compare them. When compared to renewable sources like solar and wind, thermal energy often has higher greenhouse gas emission and environmental impact. Of course, I don't talk about that earlier. However, so this is not the major advantage for thermal. However, it provides consistent power regardless of weather conditions, which can be a significant advantage. On the other hand, the cost of renewables has been decreasing rapidly, making them increasingly competitive. Additionally, renewables benefit from being more scalable and faster to deploy in some context. So the one big advantage we are going to emphasize about this particular project where America wants sponsor is that whether the weather bad or bad or in sort of stable. So whereas we all know solar now sun get for commot, and we all know say during the season the place get dark and stuff, so it can be very difficult for like solar able give a consistent power supply. So the same thing with wind, it gets so much with a connection with the weather. For like breeze blow, say now weather situation that. So I'm thinking the way breeze nearly blow safe and way, get enough breeze, that wind not go turn enough, the turbines, they're not go turn enough for give the power we required. So in that regard, the thermal plant energy system ain't gonna be better if we able to afford them in terms of operating that. But this not the thing where like the long term now, waiting it gets for B. Considering the global push towards reducing carbon emissions, investing in thermal energy can entail future financial risks as policies may shift to favor cleaner energy sources, potentially stranding assets in fossil fuel based facilities. And what does that mean? That's what they talk about. We need to think about the future. The same thing again where people every talk about this whole situation about the airport. Oh, the airport, a fine airport, and they make people are just focus on a fine airport. But look what's happen now. They're not competitive at all. Now Salone, on average, they pay a lot more in air travel than any country in the sub-region. So in that regard, you don't lost that competitive edge. Because if the difference wide, even though the last time somebody call now one of we shows them and say, oh, you will be unpatriotic. Instead of you go fly directly to Salone, you dey go fly na Guinea and then take motocar can Salone or take whatever means can Salone, so you're unpatriotic. Ebo, if I go save up to $1,000, waiting unpatriotic for save me money. So instead of we look at the competitiveness of certain things that what they do, certain agreements them or contracts what they go into, they use politics, and probably because some of them politicians here they get caught, they get commission from them big projects here, so they don't care whether or not the country suffer as a result. And remember, then they save na trust. The Suma group trust money. So then get for pull that money there. And the last time I be talk say the way things they go, so definitely that time where then say then go hand over the airport and go be. And what happen? And I'll talk, I think within a week of waiting where I be talk that we say they don't renegotiate. So instead they extend in time. And I saw it gets what happen but this particular plant as well. Because that plant they itself now build, operate and that kind of arrangement they with this private company. So if it come too expensive and we're not able to afford, so what we go do? And the country don't put so much money, resources into this plant. So now make it nice, yes, as much as we want light now, to me as a solution now, I will suggest say let the government try for sustain the agreement we then get with the car power ship, and then we think about sustainable solution. I remember I don't even know the president, but a member of the administration, then they sort of talk about the arrangement between Salone, Liberia, and Ivory Coast, and I think Guinea. I don't know if Guinea. I don't remember if Guinea, but let's say that sub region there for power. They make all sort of force, and they even give it timelines. Say as soon as possible, all over the country go get light. What's happened to that? So you see me fambulem now. One of the things then that I can always remind you now about politicians them. Now people them we not for be trusted. You know, for me, instead of you tell me say I anti SLPP, I go prefer like you say I anti-establishment. Then you are not go either. I not trust them politicians here at all. So now people them we go say anything where you are here for let you elect them. And when you elect them, decide where they say that they represent, then they even go there. We they see that with your MPs them. Plenty of them we then sit. They come through the province, but they don't stay Freetown. They can barely go na their constituency. Or in this case now, their regions them. So guess what? Me fumble them. Me not go say we use any violence means. But we need for speak up. I dey appeal specifically to the supporters them of this administration. Una self need for speak up. Because if una speak up, just like how indirectly the first lady will speak up, where he talk, he admit. Say light no dey in a salon, better light no dey. Una able get clean water. The health system no sober, than in admission. And in my own opinion, in my own assessment, the admission of failure on the part of their establishment. I use establishment meaning that not to one party no more. But we politicians that we don't rule we. They all don't fail saloon. Because at this time, if I'm with them, another thing where I want for just remind you now, where they do this research, I come across a sort of disturbing facts. And waiting other disturbing facts they may fumble them. The fact is Salone, in terms of electricity, Freetown now one of the place them we first get electricity in the sub-Saharan region. Freetown, the first place we get electricity in West Africa. The first place. And now electricity Freetown they deprive of so. When I see the irony, as a Sierra Leonean and Freetonian, we face them in shame. For lack, Freetown be the first place we get electricity now West Africa. And now, 2024, Freetown they struggle with electricity. And I see how we politicians then terrible during the time where we were under the British. Freetown be forced by Boku Boku thinks them. Boku Boku thinks them. But now they don't hand them over to we, and guess what? The country they completely backward. In them way, Freetown, Sierra Leone in general, be they boast of, be they brag of. Now they struggle with so. So me fambulem, this not for be APC or SLPP issue at all. In my opinion, this for be saloon issue. But yeah, unfortunately, people then go still make APC SLPP issue. And that's they bother me. Because we country they suffer. And yet, people and they pa APC SLPP. Now this for blame, that for blame and stuff. We know for shame as Sierra Leoneans. And next week, Saturday, we dey celebrate 63rd independence anniversary. Just imagine, 63 years. Like how they can say, na yeah, 63-year-old man or woman, they approach retirement now if the retirement age is 65. But we will not even start yet safe in the face of development. So dear, let we look past APC SLPP. Let we think about Saloon. And as I say, shamefully, Saloon get boku things them way them be number one. But yet, we don't retrogress. We don't go bien. Like we not talk before they go now bien. Because we be there before. Salon be really there before. But now we there bien. Just imagine. The first place where they introduce electricity in West Africa. The first place. But yet, the Freetown we now the first place we get electricity. And that sub-region there. Now they struggle so with light. I see a few people are still in at the line, but unfortunately, let we tap them now. We fumble them. Again, dear. This APC SLPP fet, let we stop them. They continue for bring the country bien. Because the politicians, they will fall accountable, then they get a free pass. Because of we concentrate for fet each other. We're not supposed to be the case. So, bossing, just know if you say, oh, now the administration for blame for this blackout now the country, now Freetown, and you say, oh, you know, politics and stuff. Well, guess what? Do that for blame. Now the government now will pay the bills because to them, they want for flop their pocket. The money where they're supposed for ration and take care of essential things them, what thing did they do? Like we see President Bill, where they travel, the entourage, the number of people them, where they travel with. And they're all, when are government officers, then forget per diem. So think about that. Look at the number of time they don't travel. I don't say yes, they publish their numbers then they, but all that money they don't spend and we don't see no sober income in the country because in WFB don't say the foreigners them. And then they control the mining sector. And then are the problem. So I don't know why they use that same excuse day for travel. Say they travel for go look for foreign investors. Where in West Making clearly say them foreign investors, then they're not the problem in the first place. So now the question is, why President Bill they waste too money? Indeed, why? Now, according to the audio where we play, about $43 million they owe the ship. Una tell me too, President Payne travel. You know, don't spend way more than 43 million, especially the unnecessary travel. Because some travel they were necessary, but the unnecessary travel them. Una be honest to una self, una the supporters them. And travel, and not don't spend more than 43 million. But no, they prefer for travel and left the country in dark, the city in darkness. Because not in priority. In priority, now for let travel again per diem, he kind of maybe whatever I travel for, when a personal gain, they get them, and then the country they suffer. And look as people and we talk about that Mercedes way they go with now bow say they go show off for waiting. That money they way you spend for buy that vehicle they were not necessary at this point. Now luxury, not a necessity at all. You get other official vehicles them. So that money they not for be and just imagine people the way we assess the value of that vehicle they range between 150 to 250,000. So then they safe now for be part of the down payment for let we get light. But no, not in priority. And that money they, if you move away from the light, it go do so much na Connaught Hospital. We done they not essential. That vehicle they not too essential to the country at all. Na luxury. So we fumble them again. La appeal to una, the supporters them. Una they support President Bill blindfoldly. Una they embolden them for continue do the wrong things them where they push that country they go behind. Because they feel say na endorsement on the things the way they do. To Ram, where una continue they support them blindfoldedly, they feel say they're on the right track. Because una they give them the impression say and they do well. The country not they're on the right track. The country they're on the wrong track. And they get the impression because of that disconnect. Now una way they support them. Now una mostly they relate to. Because any other person, it is same say, na partisan person. So dear, may they appeal to una. Let una find way for display una dissatisfaction as to the direction of the country. Otherwise, the damage way they happen right now, it will take years and years and years for let we start from Usai President Bill be take off. So just imagine, we supposed to go before, but no, it can we go back. And I give you an example when we start the program in terms of political reform. So they talk about political reform, but what thing you they do? You still they rule the country like a dictator, and then you just turn around. Oh, political reform. Then when you say one thing, you do something way contrary to democratic principles. Fumble them, yes, we need prayer, but at the same time, God knows for calm down until we say, now this for do. We self need for use with conscience. I always can say, APC, SLPP, in my opinion, then two parties then they in the current form. Because, things can change. They can kind of do things and bring democratic principles, do primaries, and open them up to people and way brilliant, or way people way not be as selfish as them. And then we go to see the way forward. But then two parties, then go do all kind of things for muscle a third force. Because it's easier for them, if not just them two, So then go they blame each other, the country they go into mess. So in my opinion, APC, SLPP in their current form, they're not good for that country. They. At the right time for like una the supporters, they realize that and una demand for sober leadership and then two party then they because it look like say like I say, for let we get a third force in that country, the formidable third force. It go almost be impossible because APC SLPP then go make mission impossible for get a formidable third force. Now see what thing just happened. The 2023 election, President Bill kill the two party them will be in our office, will be in our parliament, NGC, NC4C. He kill them because to Ram, a one less salon go behind, not to go before, for go behind. So we go continue, people then go continue for see them as semi-gods. But unfortunately, no matter what, it will get for commodity one day. They ask President Koma, former President Koma. That happen yeah. But there again, I appeal to my brothers and sisters them, where they support APC and SLPP. Now, na fundamental human right, now na constitutional right for belong. But there, when I support them party responsibly, just like how they say, if you dey gamble, gamble responsibly. If you dey drink, drink responsibly. Because when you make too much, it affect you. So the same thing again, when they support, if we support them party blindly, it affects the country more and more because it don't affect the country already, but it will just affect the country more and more. So I make the appeal to now through this my own little platform. Say, wanna sleep tonight. Una conscience, una search una conscience and ask una self if na the right thing una to do for una picking them and the picking they will not born it and the generation they after you and above all for the country if na the right thing una to do so. Where things then they go wrong, but yet una go cost people them. Say the people them they're not patriotic because they say the truth. People and they suffer, they're not for talk. When they intimidate them. But guess what? It happened during APC. Where they commodate so now, but who of them, with all the money where they loot, the money done. So they they're so desperate for come back na power. But una the supporters them. Una get wisdom and means for stop them politicians here. For use the country resources as birthday cake where they invite you they cut. I'm disappointed for like we country, we city, we now one of the first cities them now West Africa forget light. And now that city they don't go, somebody say even more than 4 days. Blackout. It affect the economy. Because them businesses then they now for like them buy fuel and stuff, now higher operating cost. And guess what? If it continue like that, some of them go fall the matter and left, or then go lay people them off. Because now the first step that for reduce your cost by laying people them off. And the job opportunity nowadays, so the small people and we get small number of people them we get job. Then people and they for lost their job because the businesses them they thrive. They're not profitable. And when I remember the first lady, I go back, a talk say the British a British company and then they operate Bumbuna. So it talks say without light, without electricity, you're not going to do much in terms of your business. business no go thrive. Without electricity, according to Ram, I dey paraphrase, without electricity, you no go get good health care. Without electricity, you no go get sober school activities. Without electricity, you no go get boku other thing them way we supposed to enjoy. So in general, without electricity, we no go get any sober development in that country dey. So if I take them by words, Salone dey in a bad shape. Very, very bad shape. I'm for telling una boku thank you for when I joined the program tonight. Let God bless una with una families. Let God bless all the people that will contribute. Let God bless all the people that we they give the service to VOS for push the country issues then go before. And let God make we politicians them. Instead of being selfish, let them think about the country first. Let it not just be a slogan, say country first. Let them really practice within they preach. And let God direct them all at the right path. And above all, the country where me and you too cherish and proudly call home when a mama saloon. Let God bless that country there. And let God bless we all. Until next week, I go encourage you now for let una tune in on Saturday where na Matilda and show. And as a matter of fact, they come with two great women them where they go talk about women's health and mental health as well. And I believe say if una call, not to just women's health, but then get idea, then doctors then they or then medical practitioners then go give una more answers to una questions them. So I go encourage you now for una tune in on Saturday for join Matilda on that special program the way they bring two Saloma them for talk about the health situation of the country, particularly as it pertain to women them and with mental stability. So it will be Saturday 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Salon time it will be 9 p.m. And Sunday, I will encourage you now for learn tune in to Mr. Shilon then showing at the social media review for another episode of Waiting They Happen at the social media. And for me, until next week Thursday, this na Abu Karim Kagbo. They say una thank you. Let God bless we all. And again, I so love Salon that. Let God, I always go pray for that country the way we all love. Let God bless the one and only country where me and you two get in common. And if we think about that country, they put interest first, according to the national pledge. So we suppose for put the interest of the country above all else. And we also ask for let God help we. And let God help we for put the country above all else. Until again Thursday, we are go see una by God's grace. Finally, Mina Abdul Karim Kagbo, they say, Unatata.